Thank you very much. Happy to co-host today's event. Thanks for the initiative, which is really crucial and important. I was happy to listen to all of you, especially to Arsen Ostrovsky. I have not the privilege to meet him personally very often, but I meet him every day on Twitter. So I can highly recommend to follow Arsen Ostrovsky on Twitter. Now. It is, and it's really enlightening, and it will be an important part of your information source if you follow Arsen Ostrovsky on Twitter, if you are not doing it yet anyway. That's my recommendation. I understand time restraints are there, so I try to remain brief, but I want to share views on the issues. My understanding is that we are not only more threatened than in decades before by terrorism of various kinds, violence of various kinds, even hybrid kinds of violence, but it's also revealed more than in decades before on a global scale how those who threaten us, meaning the free world, meaning Europe, meaning the United States, the whole free world, the whole so-called political West, it's revealed more than in decades before how they are connected. And this is also part of the presentation of Mr. Ostrovsky before and the other presentations. I want to emphasize also one connection that I have not yet heard on this panel today. It's the one between Putin, Russia, and Iran. So those who have claimed for many years that Putin, Russia would fight against political Islam were extremely wrong. This lie was among many lies some in Europe believed in the past, because today they are aligned, an alliance of powers who threaten us, of powers who are actually killing people and try to kill our civilization, our democratic rule of law-based civilization. And that this is more revealed than ever before, how these powers and things and perpetrators are interconnected, is also an opportunity to fight them better and to fight better for our civilization, for freedom, for the values we defend, human dignity, and our rule of law-based democratic system. And the largest strength of this system is unity, Largest strength of Europe is unity. That's why what they try to achieve is division. In each and every attack, and in each and every aspect of their attacks, they try to cause division within our societies. And that's why we have to work against terrorism. We have to work militarily against military attack. We have also to work against hybrid warfare. And this is why we have in this very parliament a special committee against foreign interference and disinformation, in order to tackle these attacks that are meant to cause division within our societies via conspiracy theories, via disinformation. It's actually an euphemistic expression, disinformation. It's a very fine, nice academic expression. It's just lies, as it was always in history. It's lies. And the lies are the first step of these threats and these attacks by terror. They come through the back door. They come by conspiracy theories on COVID during the pandemic, on Putin's war now, conspiracy theories, lies, discussions in our societies which are not under the umbrella of free speech and media freedom, but come through the back door via online channels, via the algorithms, and so on. And that's the field where we have to fight them. To remain brief, as promised, I just want to quickly step to some suggestions for how to tackle it. I've already mentioned the special committee here in the House, and the special committee has drafted a lot of recommendations for various bodies in various different fields. I look forward to the Media Freedom Act in this very House, because it's part of proper information of society, of the population, of the public against disinformation, that we have proper media freedom in place. And there's a lot to do for that. It's like nutrition. It's like whether we feed ourselves with poisoned food and beverage, or if we feed ourselves with proper information, with researched information, with journalistically gathered information by free media. It's about education. This was already mentioned before in this panel. And education can lead to a sense for plausibility of information. It's so important that citizens gain the understanding of how to assess whether a piece of information is plausible or not. And if anything can be believed, and if anything can be true, also the opposite of whatever, of facts and figures, then there is no sense for plausibility. Designation of terror organizations. I made that note before Arsenal Ostrowski spoke already, but this is so important to designate the terror organizations, the proxies, in most cases of the regime of Iran, but all the proxies and all the terror organizations must be designated as what they are, terror organizations, even if they claim to be whatever. We all know the abbreviations, which are also used in this very city, in Brussels. And sanctions. Sanctions work. Tomorrow we will have a very in-depth view into how sanctions work in case of Putin Russia, and also in other cases they work if we are persistent in that and if we continue to conduct those sanctions. So it's not only the analysis that's important, it's also important to act parliamentarily and politically, and that's what we try to do. And I thank my colleagues, Bert Ruijsen and also Mr. Lopez White for initiating this, co-hosting this, and to all the initiators for the opportunity to have this exchange. Thank you again.